Welcome back to the mat, guys. We're going to start off with a nice gentle warm-up as usual before we get into our gentle Pilates class today. So we're going to start by becoming aware of our posture. So standing, feet hip distance apart, lengthening up nice and tall. Feel that little string draw you up a little bit taller out of the crown of your head. Gently draw that belly button in and roll the shoulders back. Just one big shoulder circle to draw your shoulder blades down towards one another. So in this position, you want to feel tall and you want your chest to feel nice and open without arching your lower back. And in this position, just take a few nice deep breaths in and out. Just becoming aware of our breath. Really imagine that diaphragm pulling down as you breathe in, creating space in your lungs for all the air. And it relaxes all the way back up as you breathe out. And while you focus on your breathing, as I said earlier, belly button drawn in, and then just bring a bit of awareness to that pelvic floor, that inward and upward squeeze. Imagining drawing your sitting bones towards one another, your pubic bone and your tailbone towards one another as well. So really together an upward squeeze within, and then try and keep all that activation at the bottom while you're breathing in and out. Good, and we're just gently going to warm up the body again. So little half circles in the neck from side to side. Just nice and gently aware of your posture. So even though you're dropping your head forward and sideways, try and still grow up nice and tall in the rest of your spine. Good. Just loosening up any tension we might have built up in the neck. Just going to do two more. The last one. Coming back up to center. And we're going to do some big shoulder circles to the back. Really focusing on opening up that chest. So really pull your shoulders and your arms behind you without arching that lower back. So lift up and out of the lower back and just get those shoulders moving a bit. Feel your shoulder blade going up and down your back as you move your arms. Just going to do three more. 2 and 1. Then you're going to interlace your fingers behind you, roll your shoulders back again, and draw your hands back. So in this position, make sure that you're not arching the back. Drop that tailbone. Think of connecting that last rib down towards the hip bone. And then if you're comfortable here, see if you can lift up the hands a little bit higher. And just feel a nice stretch in your chest. So you're trying to draw the shoulder blades together and open up the shoulders. Make sure as well that you're not poking your chin out here. So just draw that chin inwards, nice long tall neck. And remember to keep breathing, gently relax. And some big circles to the front as well. Again, just loosening up a little bit. Keeping that belly button drawn in and the pelvic floor lifted. Remembering not to hold the breath. Good. Gonna just do 3 more. 2 and 1. And interlace your fingers in front of you. Draw your hands away from you. Drop your chin to your chest and round your upper back. Just feel a nice stretch here between your shoulder blades. As if someone's pushing you into your chest and pulling your hands away at the same time. Gently drop the arms and roll up with the rest of the body. Just going to do some wrist circles down by our sides. Really try and make use of the full motion you have at your wrist. So big circles there. And let's reverse as well. Just gently getting the joints ready for our class. And relax. Lengthen up nice and tall as you inhale, and exhale, dropping up and over to the side, reaching down towards that ankle, and inhale, coming back up. And exhale over to the other side, and inhale up. So you should feel a nice stretch down the side of your body as you go sideways, really drawing that belly button in to lift your body back up. So look after your lower back with this movement. Try and keep your weight equal in both feet. So don't shift the weight sideways as you bend sideways. So nice equal weight distribution in your feet. Keep that belly button drawn inwards. And keep the shoulders relaxed. Last one. And coming up and relax. Good, and we're just gonna go straight on into our hip openers. Again, just loosening up a little bit. Getting ready for the class. Standing up nice and tall on your supporting leg. Keeping that belly drawn in. Still thinking of growing up taller out of the crown of your head. Good. Gonna just do 3 more. 2. Last one, and gently relax. Good, and we're just gonna do a few calf raises here. Nice quick ones. Just coming up on the balls of the feet and back down again. Just like little pumps. So we're not doing it too slow or controlled. It's just part of the warm-up. So really aware here that you're not leaning back. So make sure your shoulders are over your hips. Again, thinking of connecting that last rib down towards the hip bone. And we're gonna go a little bit faster, so just bouncing up and down on the balls of your feet. And we're just gonna do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good, shake it out a bit. And we're just gonna do 1 roll down. Last little bit of our warm up. So inhale, belly button in. And as you exhale, soften the knees, chin to chest. And slowly start rolling down. Vertebra by vertebra, all the way down. Again, bend your knees as much as you need to for your hands to reach the mat. And just hang out here at the bottom. Make sure that your back is relaxed, your head is relaxed, so you're not looking up in front of you. Just lost my mic there for a second. And just rock the upper body gently from side to side. Coming to a still in the center. Inhale, belly button in. Tuck the tailbone and slowly start rolling up. Vertebra by vertebra. As you come up, your head is the last thing to come up as you lengthen up nice and tall. All right, we're going to start with our first exercise. We're going to start in standing again. So you're going to open up your feet wider than hip distance. So it's quite a wide stance for a bit of a squat sequence. And your feet are pointing at about 45 degrees. So they're not pointing out to the side if you have that much turnout, and they're also not pointing forward. So just a little gentle angle at the feet. And I'm just first going to demonstrate and take you through some of the pointers you need to be aware of. You can have your hands on your hips if you like. You're going to inhale, belly button, and as you exhale, you're going to bend your knees and take your bum down straight between both feet. So now if you look down, you should be able to see your big toes. So the knees shouldn't be collapsing in. You shouldn't be rolling onto the inside of the feet. So ground down through the outside of the foot and push those knees out. All right, that's the most important part of the squat. As well, when you go down, you want to go straight down, so try not to stick the bum out. Okay, so we're going to do a few of those. So hips, feet are nice and wide. Inhale, draw that belly button in, and as you exhale, squeeze down, push the knees back, ground down through the outer edge of the foot. Inhale, come back up and squeeze your bum at the top. And exhale down, and inhale up. Good, exhale down, push the knees back. You should be able to see your big toe. Inhale up, squeeze the quads, squeeze the bum. Exhale down, inhale up. And exhale down, inhale up. Good, shoulders are relaxed, chest is open. And keep that belly active. Good, really focusing on pushing those knees back. We're going to just do 3 more. 2 more. Exhale down. As you come up, remember to squeeze your bum, squeeze your legs. Last one, we're going to go down and hold. Push the knees back, and we're going to do little pulses up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Belly button in. 8, 9, 10. And we're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Knees out. 3, 2, 1. Gently coming up, and we're gonna go down again. Inhale, belly button in. Exhale down, same thing, pulsing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the knees going backwards, keep the bum squeezing. Belly button in, shoulders down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently come up. Good, we're gonna go down for one more little exercise there, something different. So inhale, belly button in, and as you exhale, bend the knees going down, and we're gonna lift our heels here. So inhale, belly button in, and as you exhale, lift both heels if you can. Inhale down, and exhale up. Inhale down. If you can't, then just alternate side to side. Do the one where you still have a bit of balance, but if you can, lift up both heels, high up onto the balls of the feet, still aware that the knees aren't drooping in. All right, we're just gonna do 5 more. Stay low in your squat. 4 more. 3, you're doing well. 2. Last one. Lower the heels, come up, and gently shake out the legs. Good. All right, we're gonna go down into that position once more, but then we're gonna move the work up to the abs a bit. So go back down into your little squat. You don't have to go down too deep here, but make sure that your knees are pushing back. You're gonna lift your hands up behind your head. Really important here that you're not sticking your bum out. So really drop that tailbone down towards the ground. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, you're gonna bend the side of your body, taking your elbow towards your knee, and inhale, come back up. And exhale over to the other side, and inhale up. And again, exhale side. Inhale up. So think of finding length in the body before you go down to the side. Keeping that belly button drawn inwards. If this is too much for you, then just straighten your legs and do the exercise in standing. All right, no problem. But make sure your pelvic floor is active in this position. It's a bit more difficult with the legs open, away from one another. Good, we're just gonna do 4 more. Keep breathing. Exhale and inhale. Belly button in. 3 more. Push those knees back. 2 more. Last time. Coming up and gently relax. Good job, guys. We're gonna go down onto the mat. We're gonna start in all 4s. So gently make your way down onto the mat by bending the knees, coming onto your haunches, and gently lowering onto your knees and onto your hands. So you guys know the drill here already. Checking that your your knees are directly beneath your hips and your hands are directly beneath your shoulders. Pushing the mat away from you so your shoulders are strong, and drawing that belly button in to find a nice neutral spine. Gonna just do a little gentle cat and cow here. So you're gonna inhale, arch the back, and really think of pushing your chest through your shoulders as you look up in front of you. And then as you exhale, start at your tailbone, tucking the tailbone, and then rounding the lower back and the upper back as you bring your chin to your chest. And again, inhale, arch the back, lifting the chest up, opening up the chest. And exhale, tuck the tailbone. Really think of rounding the lower back as well as the upper back. Push the mat away from you. We're gonna just do 2 more. Inhale, arching the back. Go quite gently and quite softly if you struggle with back pain. And exhale, tuck the tailbone, rounding the back, chin to chest. Last one. Inhale, arching. Keep the belly button drawn in even though you're arching. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, rounding the back, chin to chest, and coming back into a nice neutral spine. So we're going to start with a leg lift exercise here. So you're going to inhale, draw that belly button in, and as you exhale, you're going to slide your right leg out straight behind you and keep your toes on the floor here. Inhale, belly button in. As you exhale, you're going to lift the leg and lower. So you're just lifting and lowering from the floor. Make sure both hips are square and that you're not collapsing and arching into the lower back. So you just exhale, lift, inhale down, lift and lower. And really imagine reaching out of the tips of the toes to the back of the room, creating a nice long leg. And we're just going to do 3 more. 2. Last one. Keep the leg on the ground, lengthened away from you. Now we're going to tap it outside and we're going to cross behind us. So you're going to inhale, lift the leg, and as you exhale, you're going to cross the leg behind you, tapping to the left outer edge of the mat. Inhale back up and exhale to the right outer edge of the mat. And inhale up. Exhale, cross. Inhale up. Exhale, open. Inhale up. Trying to keep your hips as still as you can. Focus on just moving that leg. Your hips might twist a little bit, but you're focusing on trying to keep them nice and still. Squeeze the bum of that leg that's working. Keep the belly lifted and keep pushing that mat away from you. Crossing the legs and opening. Good. You're going to just do 3 more sets. 2 more. Squeeze the thighs as you cross. Keep squeezing the bum. Last one. And gently lower the knee. And you can gently sit back. Just to give the wrists a quick break. Of course, we're going to do the same on the other side. So coming straight back into that positioning again. Checking yourself, hands and knees in the right position, belly button in, shoulders strong, inhale. As you exhale, slide your other leg out behind you. And again, keeping those toes on the mat, we're just going to start with the lift and lower. So inhale, belly button in, exhale, lift, inhale, down. Good, just carrying on with this movement. Making sure that the hips are square. Shoulders are strong. Try and keep the weight equal in both your hands so you don't start leaning to the side. And try and think of length in the lower back instead of crunching down into your lumbar spine. Good, we're just going to do 3 more here. 2 more. Last one. Keep the leg there. Now we're going to do the cross and the open. So inhale, belly button in, lift the leg, and as you exhale, cross to the outer edge of the right side of the mat. Inhale up and exhale, open to the left outer edge of the mat. Inhale up. So you're crossing and tapping, lifting, and then opening and tapping. Good. So try and make this movement quite precise. So you're not just flopping the leg from side to side, but you're doing it with quite a bit of control. Really aware of connecting that last rib down towards the hip bone, so you're not arching the back. Push the mat away from you and keep the hips square. You might be feeling it a bit more in the supporting bum, but really try and actively squeeze the bum of the leg, doing the work. Last one. Crossing and opening. Bringing that leg down and gently sitting back. Good. So we worked the legs a bit in that position, so now we're going to work the arms as well and get the abs involved. So from this position, we're going to just come forward into a modified plank. So take a big step forward with both your hands and then shift your weight all the way forward. So your wrists are underneath your shoulders. If you check, your bum shouldn't be in the air, but you shouldn't be collapsed down onto the mat. So just make sure you tuck the tailbone. If your bum is too much in the air, maybe just walk your hands a little bit further forward and really focus on shifting your weight all the way forward. We're going to do alternate shoulder taps here. If it's too difficult, then come back onto all fours to touch alternating shoulders. If this position is too easy, then come up into a plank and do it there. All right. Inhale, belly button in, tuck the tailbone. As you exhale, lift your right hand and touch your left shoulder. Inhale, back down. And exhale, other side. Inhale, down. So just a little gentle weight shift as you tap opposite shoulder. So you really want to focus on keeping your pelvis as still and steady as you can so that you don't shift the weight in your pelvis. Keep the tailbone tucked. Keep the belly button drawn inwards. Really trying to push the mat away from you so your shoulders stay strong. Trying not to collapse into the lower back. So draw that belly button in, lift up and out of the arms. Good. Let's see if we can speed it up a bit. Tap, 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 tap. So keep going at this speed if you can. Really focusing on keeping the hips as still as you can. Squeeze that pelvic floor. 4 more, 3, 2, 1. Walk back and take a seat down on your heels. Good. Just stretch out a little bit here. And we're going to come back up. We're going to do one more exercise in this position before we move on to the next one. Again, same starting position. You guys know this now. And you're going to tuck your toes. So you guys know what's coming, I'm sure. Inhale, belly button in. And as you exhale, lift your knees up off the mat, hovering up, 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 up. Belly button in. As you inhale, lower. And exhale, lift the knees. Hold it there. And inhale, lower. Try and use your full breath. So exhale all the air while you're holding it there. So inhale, belly button in. Exhale all the air while you're staying in the air. And inhale, lower. We're just going to do 3 more. Push the mat away from you. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. 2 more, doing well. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keep the belly lifted. We're going to do 1 more. Exhale, lift. And now we're going to move here. So if this is too much, either just sit down and relax or continue just with the lift and lower. If you can, keep the knees lifted as you inhale. Exhale, push your bum back to your heels. Inhale, come back to where you were. Exhale, push back. Inhale, come back up. You can do this with your knees flat on the floor if you want, just as a mobility type of exercise, but just to really work the core as well. Keep those knees lifted off the mat and keep the belly button drawn inwards. We're just going to do 3 more. Exhale as you push back. Inhale, come back to center. As you push back, really push the mat away from you. Last one. Coming back, gently lower the knees and relax. Good. We're going to come straight back down onto our tummy for the next exercise. So make your way down gently. And first just come up onto your elbows and let your chest lift. Push the mat away from you. And we're just going to take a moment to catch our breath and just to find some length in the spine. So just relax the belly, relax the legs. Just make sure your shoulders are supporting you. This is a very good position to come into every day if you can. Just to try and do the opposite of the rounded back position that we tend to relax into when we are sitting on the couch or at the desk or whatever. Good. And gently going to lower down. Bring your forehead onto the mat and bring your hands alongside you, palms face upwards. So I'm just going to keep my head lifted so you guys can hear me, but I want you to tuck your chin while your forehead is on the mat. You're going to inhale, draw the belly button in, send your tailbone to the back of the room. As you exhale, lift your head, your shoulders, your rib cage and your arms, reaching towards your ankles. Make sure you're not looking in front of you, looking down at the mat. Inhale, back down. And exhale, lift. And inhale, back down. See if you can do this lift and lower without squeezing the bum. So you want to draw the belly button in, but then try and actively use your upper back muscles to lift and lower you. Draw those shoulders away from the ears as you're lifting and lowering. Reaching towards your toes with your fingertips. Gonna just do 3 more. Good. 2 more. Last one, we're gonna lift and hold. So either just stay here, otherwise we're gonna take our arms into our breaststroke movement. So as you inhale, bring your hands up alongside you to reach forward, and then exhale, circle them out to the side. Inhale, slide them up along you, and exhale, open. So your body stays lifted the whole time, your chin stays tucked, and you're just moving your arms as if you're swimming a little virtual swim while we're on lockdown. I'm sure the water would be way too cold to go swim now anyway, so we do it on our Pilates mat instead. Keep the belly button drawn inwards, shoulders drawing down your back. We're just going to do 3 more. Lower down if you have any pain. 2 more. Last one. And gently bring your hands alongside your rib cage and push yourself up, and very slowly push yourself back. Just sit onto your heels and just stretch out the back. Just give it a moment here. You're going to lift up and slowly, gently come to lie on your back. So check in this position that your feet are hip distance apart, that your arms are alongside you, palms face downwards, and just gently do a few little rocks back and forth with the pelvis, just to bring some attention, again, that awareness of our neutral spine, of the belly button drawing in, and the pelvic floor squeezing. And come to a still in your neutral spine. Nice relaxed position. So you're not arching, you're not tucking the tailbone, just a nice relaxed position. So instead of going straight into the standard heel slide, we're going to do a little combo exercise. So you're going to inhale, draw the belly button in, and as you exhale, you're going to slide your right leg out along the mat as you normally would for a heel slide. And then from there, as you inhale to bring the leg back up, you're going to bend the knee, but take the knee out towards the side, like you're opening that hip up. Opening the hip up as much as you can and lift it back up. Then we're going to do the other side. So slide it straight down as you exhale, and then inhale, open the knee out to the side as you draw it back up and bring it back up to the neutral position. So we're going to alternate legs, kind of like you're doing a little half circle with that knee. And the other side again. Same thing applies as with the heel slide, as with the hip opener, with the other exercises. Trying to keep your hips as still as you can, especially as you draw that open knee back up towards you. When that hip is open, you really want to make sure the other hip isn't lifting up as well. So keep the belly drawn in, focus on keeping the pelvis still and steady. Good. Other side, last one on this side. And now we're going to do the same, but we're going to reverse it. So on the other leg, you're going to start with a hip opener. So let your right knee fall out towards the side, just as far as you can without the other hip lifting. And then straighten that leg out, away from you, and then just draw it back up in a straight line. Other leg, let your left knee fall out to the side like a normal hip opener. And then straighten that leg out away from you. And then bring the foot back up in a straight position. So we're just reversing the previous movement we did, but again, bringing all your awareness to your pelvis and your hips, making sure that you're trying to keep them in a nice neutral still position. And remember to keep breathing. Keep the chin tucked slightly so there's length at the back of the neck. Good. Keeping a nice neutral spine. Just going to do one more on each side, only opening that hip up as far as you can without letting the other side lift. So each leg is moving in complete isolation to the rest of the body. Finishing off the last one on the left. If you're not on the left, just do as many as you need to get there. And we're gonna go straight into our next exercise, which is our bridge. All right, so we're gonna work our glutes a little bit, our butt muscles, feet and knees hip distance apart, arms alongside you, palms face downwards. Inhale, draw that belly button in and tuck the tailbone. So here you're really pushing your lower back flat on the mat and tucking your tail between your legs like a naughty dog would. As you exhale, lift your hips up all the way as high as you can. So you should have a straight line from your knee down to your shoulder. Squeeze the bum as you inhale, tuck the tailbone, belly button in, and exhale, keep the tailbone tucked. Slowly start rolling down, vertebra by vertebra, tailbone tucked, all the way till the bottom, and you find your neutral spine. And again, inhale, belly button in, tuck the tailbone, use some pressure through your feet to help you. Exhale, lifting up, 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 all the way to the top. Check that your hips are level. Really squeeze the bum as you inhale. Exhale, tucked tailbone, rolling down. Vertebra by vertebra. Good. We're gonna do 3 more. Inhale, belly button in, tuck the tailbone, exhale, rolling up. Try and make it a smooth movement if you can. Inhale at the top. As you exhale, start rolling down through each little segment of the spine. Good. 2 more. Tuck the tailbone, rolling up. Really squeeze the bum. Think of pulling the heels towards you, closer towards you, and you'll feel the backs of your legs fire up a bit as well. Rolling back down. Good. We're going to do the last one, and we're going to lift and hold at the top. Tuck the tailbone. Lift and really find a comfortable position here. If it's uncomfortable for you to stay in this position, just keep lifting and lowering as we were just doing. Otherwise, stay here, hips are lifted, squeezing the bum. Inhale, belly button in. As you exhale, lift the heels. And inhale, squeeze them back down. Exhale, lift as high as you can. And inhale, squeeze down. So try not to just collapse them back down. Try and control the downward squeeze of the heels, keeping the tailbone tucked. Keep squeezing the bum and keep the core active. That pelvic floor squeezing. We're going to do 5 more. Good. 3 more. 4 more, sorry. Try not to let the hips drop. Try and keep them lifted. 2 more. Last one. And lower the heels and slowly lower the body. Gently and relax. Good, so you should have felt your glutes working a bit there. We're just going to stretch them out a little bit. So cross your right ankle over your left. Draw that left leg towards you. And gently stretch out. So you should feel a bit of a stretch here in this bum muscle. If this is too much for you, keep that foot on the ground. And gently just push this knee away from you. Right, I know a lot of you guys know quite a few of the modifiers on your own already, so that's really great. Really apply it whenever you feel the need, remembering that nothing should be painful. If an exercise is painful, please don't do it. Gently lower the leg down, switching sides, crossing the other ankle over the knee, drawing back up and drawing that leg in towards you. So now again, you should feel a stretch on the other bum. This one of the leg that's bent up closest to you. and gently relax back down. Good. We're going to go into a single leg stretch. So you're going to inhale, belly button in, and as you exhale, lift one leg, other leg. Check that you're in a neutral spine. Inhale and exhale, lift the body. Coming into a double tabletop here, just gently resting your hands on your knees. Inhale, belly button in. As you exhale, you're going to straighten your left leg away from you. Your knee and your toe come in a line, and gently just rest your hands on the other side. Keep your body lifted if you can. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other leg stretches away. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. So again, you're not gripping on this leg, just gently resting your hands there. Keep the belly button drawn inwards. If this is too much, move the legs. Keep moving the legs and just bring your upper body flat on the mat. So that's an easier option for you. But you want to make sure either way that your lower back doesn't arch when you lengthen that leg away from you. So keep the belly drawn in, trying to keep the spine in a nice neutral position. Good. Gonna just do two more. Keep drawing that tummy in. Last one. Come back to center, and we're gonna stretch both legs and both arms. So as you stretch the legs, start off nice and high, almost up towards the ceiling, arms go overhead. Inhale, back up. Remember, you can lower your body if you need to. Go a little bit further away. Keep that belly button drawn inwards. No arching in the lower back at all. So the further down to the ground you take your legs, the more risk there is that your back will arch. So only go as low as you can. Remember, you can do this with your upper body flat on the mat, taking your legs up almost directly up towards the ceiling. Just make sure you keep the belly button drawn inwards. So do the one that feels good for you. Think of connecting that last rib down towards the hip bone. Just gonna do two more. Last one. Bring the knees in, lower the upper body, and just gently rock from side to side. Good. We're going to keep the legs here and bring your arms down to the side. We're going to do a little sequence where you go from a bent leg like a bicycle straight into a straight leg scissors, and we're going to alternate between the two. So bring your legs up into a double tabletop. So you're going to stretch one leg to hover just above the mat, bending the other leg, and then switch sides. From here, you're going to lift that straight leg up towards the sky, straighten your other leg away from you, and then do a scissor. Then bend, and straight, and straight. Bend, and straight, and straight. So keep your upper body low on the ground for this one, completely relaxed, and just focus on trying to get the movement right of the legs. Keep the belly button drawn in, trying not to let the lower back arch. Good. And then if this is feeling comfortable for you, on the next one, lift your upper body and do the same thing with the lifted upper body. Keep breathing, make sure you're not holding the breath, and keep that belly button drawn inwards so your lower abs don't dome outwards. Draw them in towards your lower back. Good, it should feel quite fun, a little movement here. Good. Just gonna do one more sequence. Bend, straight, hug your knees into your chest and lower your body. Good. And we're just gonna relax here. Drop one leg down, other leg down, and just gently windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Good. All right, we're gonna come into a little crunch sequence. So you're gonna bring your hands up in front of you and bring your hands together and just cross your last 3 fingers. So almost like a little gun action that you're making here with your hands. And we're gonna crunch to the center, to the side, to the center, and back to the other side. So the important thing is when you crunch up that you keep your belly button drawn inwards. So although you're lifting your body, you want to lift your body and draw your belly downwards. Okay, so inhale, belly button in. As you exhale, you're going to take your hands forward, lift your head, your shoulders, your rib cage, crunch between the knees. Inhale, take the arms back up to the ceiling as you lower your body. Exhale to the outer edge of the left leg and inhale back down. Exhale back to center. Inhale down. Exhale, outer edge of the right leg. Inhale down. Good, going through center each time. Trying to make the movement quite slow and controlled. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And keep breathing. Keep that belly button drawn inwards. And when you reach to the outer edge of the leg, really try and twist the body. Try and twist that that opposite rib cage forwards. Twist, twist, twist. Good. We're gonna do one more little sequence through all of them. So to the middle, back, to the left, back, middle, to the right. And we're going to finish off in the middle. And take your arms up overhead and just straighten your legs out. Just relax here for a second. Good. All right, checking that your legs are straight and strong, kneecaps and toes facing the ceiling. We're gonna work on our roll up. So we just warmed up our abs a bit there for it. Remember, you're just doing a crunch if you can't get all the way up. Otherwise, inhale, belly button in, lift arms up. As you exhale, lift the head, the shoulders, the rib cage, slowly rolling up. Keep the spine rounded, reaching past the feet as you inhale. And then exhale, rolling all the way back down. Arms go up overhead. The arms, exhale, lift the body, rolling up. Rounded spine, reaching forwards, belly button in, and coming back down. Slow and controlled. If you can't get all the way up, just go up as far as you can, even if it's just to here, even if it's just to here, but hold at the top of it for an inhale before you roll back down. And I think I said this last time as well, that although in an ideal world, we would want this to be a very slow and controlled movement, if you've really been stuck on a crunch for a while now, maybe just give your legs a little kick to get yourself up, just to get a little bit of momentum and get the feeling for it. Don't tell anyone I told you can do it. Keep the belly button drawn inwards. Trying to work through each little vertebra of the spine at a time. And we're just going to do 2 more. Last one. Slowly rolling down. And just bring your arms alongside you, bending the legs and relax. Good. All right, so we're actually just going to do one more exercise before we go into a nice stretch and cool down. So we just worked on our roll up, so we're going to work on our reverse curl as well. So you're going to inhale, belly button in, exhale, lift one leg, other leg, and remember that the first option here is just to bring your knees in towards your chest. Option 2 is to just lift the tailbone slightly, bring your knees inwards. Option 3 is Always going all the way over. All right, so inhale, belly button in. As you exhale, choose which one you're doing. Inhale, come back out. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Whichever one you're doing, really try not to collapse out of it. Try and do it quite slow and controlled. Use your hands on the mat to help you. Really draw that belly button in. Shoulders relaxed. Good, just gonna do 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Come back down, grab hold behind your legs and rock yourself up. All right, we're gonna go into a nice stretch just to end off the class. All right, so we're gonna start with your legs out open. So pull the flesh of the buttocks away there to find your sitting bones and lengthen up nice and tall. Check that your kneecaps and your toes are facing upwards, that they're not collapsed out to the side. And you're gonna inhale here. And if this is already quite a bit of a stretch, then just stay here. If you're stuck in this position, just sit on a towel or a pillow to lift your hips up a bit. And if this feels good, you can just gently walk your hands forwards. Just as far as you comfortably can. Try not to go straight into a rounded upper back. Really try and lift the chest forwards. And then just try and enjoy the stretch if you can. But really try and relax into the stretch. Try not to hold too much tension in your body. And remember to keep breathing. You're gonna walk your hands over to the left and then frame your left leg with both hands and reach forward over that leg with your body. Good, coming back to the center and walking your hands over to the other side, reaching your body over the other leg. Shoulders away from the ears, guys. Good, coming back to center. And gently walk your hands back up. You can use your hands if you need to help you bring your legs together. Draw those toes backwards and sit up nice and tall. Again, if this is a little bit tight, a little bit uncomfortable, just stay here. Otherwise, reaching forward, hands to your shins, to your ankles, or clasping the feet if you can. Shoulders away, and then just draw yourself just as far as you comfortably can. Again, trying not to round the back, shoulders up. Try and draw the shoulders down and really think of creating space in the spine. So a long spine, lengthen the spine. You really think of rather hinging at the hips than just crouching down with the back. Really trying not to hold the breath while you're breathing. Impossible. Trying not to hold the breath while you're stretching, rather. Gently relax, bring the soles of the feet together. Finding length in the spine. And again, either just staying here, otherwise coming forwards into a nice stretch. So since we started our new sound with this little mic attached to my shirt, some of you have noticed that I also get out of breath with some of the exercises. So So perhaps in the class you don't hear me breathing, but now it's a bit accentuated. It's a bit tricky to talk and exercise at the same time sometimes. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Gently coming up, drawing the knees together. You're going to swivel your feet around to come up onto your knees. If you know you struggle with your knees, pop a pillow there or fold the mat double. And you're going to take a big step forward with the left leg, straight out in front of you, and then drive the hips forward. So you're stretching out this hip here, coming up onto the leg. Inhale, and as you exhale, just sink your hips forward, making sure that this knee is over the ankle, that your foot's not stuck in underneath you. And then just find length in the spine and try and relax into the stretch of it. Gently pushing back. I'm going to switch sides. Taking a nice big step forward with the other leg. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, bend that front leg. Taking the hips forward. And again, try to just sink the hips forwards, stretching out the hip of this leg that's behind you. Checking that your knee is in line with the ankle over there. Good. Gently pushing back, and you're going to come to sit down and come all the way down to lie on your back, crossing one leg over the other. So let's start with crossing your right leg over your left, and then let your legs fall over to the left. Just coming into a gentle twist here of the lower back. And then inhale, draw the belly button in to lift the legs back up, uncrossing the legs, straightening the spine. Other leg, left over right. Take both legs over to the right. Just coming again into a little twist here. Belly button in, lifting the legs back up, uncross the legs, straighten the spine, and you're just going to straighten your legs out on the mat, arms alongside you, and we're just going to do short little mindfulness exercise. So you're going to close your eyes from the get-go, so let those eyelids fall heavy, and then just actively relaxing the body. So let your arms feel heavy. Let your legs feel heavy. Consciously relaxing the toes, the ankles. Letting go of any tension in the knees and the hips. Let your belly feel soft. Let your bum muscles relax. Letting go of any tension in your fingers, your wrists. Letting your elbows, your shoulders relax completely. And just aware of the rise and fall of your chest and your belly with your breathing. Letting your head feel heavy, completely relaxing your neck and your throat. Let your face soften. And then just start following the breath, following the air as it comes in through your nose, travels all the way down into your lungs. Really feel everything expand as it fills with air. And then follow the air as it leaves your lungs, coming all the way back up and out your nose. Try and just focus on this alone, on your breathing. And try and make your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale if you can. And if other thoughts pop into your head, just acknowledge them, that's okay. And bring your attention back to your breathing. Feeling completely relaxed. Slowly bring your attention back to your body and start awakening the body a bit by wiggling your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, slowly coming to lie on the side, opening the eyes and slowly pushing up into a seated position and relax. Good job, guys. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time. Have a lovely day.